Hello, my friends. The subject of this video is multiple streams of revenue versus multiple struggles. But this is only going to be part one. So we're going to talk about the struggles today, the multiple struggles. And the reason why I decided I wanted to talk about this is because we're often going through things that is stopping us from achieving things in life. And we don't even realize what's holding us back, what's stopping us. So I wanted to bring this to your attention so that you could think about and figure out if this is something that's impacting you. Okay, when it comes to struggles, there are typically three things that impact us. And the number one is finances. You know, if we're going through things with our finances, or, you know, we've dealt with a financial situation, then we're stuck. We just can't move forward. Either we haven't gotten out of that financial hole, or we can't figure out how to improve once the situation is over. So I wanted to share with you two things that you can do to help the financial struggle. Number one, improve your credit. That's something we can all do. And these are simple answers to this problem. Improve your credit. You know, improving your credit, that's not going to happen overnight. It's something that, you know, you can go up from, say, a 600 credit score to a 750. You could actually make that happen in a year if you do things right. Number one, you have to study how and what impacts your credit. For example, if your credit cards are over 30% utilized, then it's going to have a negative impact on your credit. If you cut up a credit card, that's not always a good thing. But you have to understand how credit works in order to manage the situation. So that number one is to improve your credit. And I want you to shoot for this, you know, say for the next 6 months. I want you to try and improve your credit over the next 6 months. Number two, reducing your debt. It doesn't do any good to improve your credit, but then your debt is still sky high. So a little bit at a time, work on your debt, bring that down. And, you know, as most people will tell you, start off on the things that are high interest. You know, if there's credit cards, that's 18, 19%, whereas you might have some credit cards that are at 8%. Work on the high interest credit cards first. And then when you knock those out, then you work on the lower interest cards. And don't add debt to it. Don't go out and buy things that you don't absolutely have to have. The second thing that we struggle with, and this is the average person, the second thing is relationships. You know, when we're in a bad relationship or we've come out of a bad relationship, many of us can't get beyond that. We are struggling to just sometimes survive every day. You know, we were in love with someone, or we lost someone that we love, and we just can't move forward. But I want to tell you today that you can move forward. You know, one of the things that I learned over the years is that your spouse or your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your significant other, they're not really your problem. Yes, you know, that person can't be a butthole, or, you know, they just don't do things right. But your spouse or your girlfriend, boyfriend, they're not the problem. We're the problem. You know, for example, I say that because if, for example, you have an abusive spouse or someone that talks down to you, think about it. You're the problem because you allow them to do it. Or if you're in a relationship with someone that spends all the money, you know, and you just can't get ahead because they're always spending, they're out shopping all the time. Is that person the problem, or is you the problem? You know, if you allow that to happen, if you stay in that relationship and that person is abusing you or not treating you right, you're the problem because you allow it. So stop allowing people to have a negative impact on you. Make up your mind today. Make a decision that you are going to change. You're not going to allow that behavior in your life. They're going to have to move on. You're going to move on. Find someone that knows how to treat you. And the last thing that we struggle with is health issues. You know, we go through things. We have medical issues. You know, I know some people that are diabetic. I know some people that are obese. I know some people that are, you know, dealing with high blood pressure. One of the things that I know that impacts many of the people that I come in contact with, some of my friends, some of my family members, is obesity. 41% of US citizens are obese. 41%. Obesity impacts blood pressure. It impacts, diabetes. Whether or not you have or get diabetes can have something to do with your weight. A lot of us deal with our knees hurt, our back hurt. Obesity, being overweight. What are you going to do about it? We can complain about, oh, my back hurt, oh, my knees hurt, oh, I'm diabetic, oh, I have a heart condition. Don't mean to hurt your feelings, but I'm going to be honest with you, whereas some people won't be, lose some weight. If you're 200 pounds and your knees hurt, lose 30 pounds and I promise you your knees won't hurt as much. All right. So those are some of the things that we struggle with, and we need to be conscious. We need to be aware of these things and do something about it. If we want life to be better, we have to look at things as they are, not as we want them to be. Stop complaining and just do something about it. All right. Please like or subscribe or both and be blessed.